Alright guys, so we are just about there. We can now read, add, and update to-dos. Now we just want to be able to delete them using the delete buttons. So we're going to start with the to-dos component HTML and see where we have the input for the delete. Well, we want to add a click event here. So let's go ahead and add in parentheses and then click. And we're going to set that equal to a function called delete to do, and then of course we also want to pass in the to do. Alright, so let's save that, and I'm just going to put a space after this edit because you can see how these are right on top of each other. I guess that's not going to work. We'll have to add a little bit of CSS after. Actually, let's do that now real quick. So in the style CSS, we'll do btns input, and let's set margin right 5 pixels, and we'll do margin bottom 3 pixels. Alright, so now I get a little bit of space. So now back to the component, to-dos component TS. Let's go down here and say delete to do. Just going to take in the to do itself. And we're going to say var to dos. Set that to this dot to dos. And we're going to call a service method, so this underscore to do service dot delete to do, which we haven't created yet, and then we'll pass in here to do dot underscore ID, okay, because we just need to know the ID to delete it. And then we're going to subscribe. We'll say data. Alright, now we want to, what we want to do is loop through the to-dos, find the one that has that ID, and then delete that one. Alright, and this is all for the interface. For the actual database, we'll do that in the service function. Alright, so right here we just want to do an if, and we should be able to say if data dot n is equal to 1, and then we'll do for, I'm going to do a for loop. So for, and we'll say var I equals 0, and we'll say as long as I is less than to-dos dot length, and then we want to increment by 1 with I++. Alright, and then we'll do an if statement in here. We'll say if to-dos I, so the current iteration, dot underscore ID is equal to do dot underscore ID, then we know that's the one we want to delete. So we can then say to-dos dot splice, and in here we'll pass in I, and we only want to delete 1. Okay. So make sure that's saved, and then we'll go to our service, go down here, and say delete to do, and that's going to take in just the ID. Alright, and then we'll do return this dot underscore HTTP dot delete, pass in the URL, which is /API /v1 /to-do and then we need to just concatenate on that ID. Alright, and then let's do our dot map, and we're going to map res to res.json, just like that. Save it. Alright, so now we'll go back and reload. And let's say we want to delete this last one here. Delete. Oh, we don't have to check it. I don't know why I did that. Delete, reload, and they're gone. Alright, so our application is now fully working. We have a CRUD application, create, read, update, and delete for to-dos. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next project.